Hi, I'm Brandon. I love the Chicken Sisters.
Hi, I'm Jax, and I like the Chicken Sisters.
I'm Dan, and I despise the Chicken Sisters, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast.
We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Well, howdy, y'all. How you doing?
Boy, how you doing?
How y'all doing?
How you doing out there?
Hi, Jax. How are ya?
I'm good. And Dan, thank you for that super kind review of Double Scoop.
Rave review yesterday.
If anybody thinks that I can't be simultaneously friends with someone and do my job here as the resident despiser of Hallmark movies, I give you Exhibit A. Now, it doesn't work out always. Sometimes people are real sensitive about their work and they take it personally.
And that's fine.
But you know what? I tried to prep Jax beforehand, but you know what?
Yeah.
I texted her and I was like, I'm ahead of time. I'm sorry about this. This movie's really bad. And she was as gracious as you could possibly imagine. I'd expect nothing less. Please did say your real feelings. And so that's why Jax and I are friends. So, you know.
I mean, really would, and I like, it would feel so weird if you, like I said this with engagement plot, it would feel very weird if you were being nice about it because I would know that you didn't respect me and that you like pitied me and that would actually be demoralizing.
Well,
I'm not even
it's
kidding.
hard because you already know that. You already know he doesn't respect you and stuff. So it's like you want to try to do.
And then you said that in the text message, and I said, Jax, this movie's way worse than engagement plot. That was my actual response to that. So that shows you where I am.
Those big dumb hats won you over.
The big dumb hat. Well, I mean, I just feel like
big dumb hats.
I do. I will say after watching Double Scoop, I just want to see my girl Jax Collier play something not the quirky best friend because she's more than capable. Especially when half of her scenes are on a phone screen.
Although you are a great quirky best friend.
Thank you. That is what I said to Dan the Dream.
Yeah, they don't let you be quirky enough, though. They didn't let you be quirky enough in Double Scoop. It's like pregnant is your one attribute. You can't do anything else.
They did tone down the quirk,
Yep.
which I understood. Also, yeah, I said to Dan, it's an actor's dream that most of my scenes in both in Engagement Plot and in Double Scoop, you're on the phone, so you're really getting that from your scene partner.
Yeah,
but you know, it's kind of fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's a nice acting challenge. We should start having acting students do that in classes. Like that's a training. That like it's a convention in these movies.
I mean,
let's practice.
Yeah, and you get plenty of practice because the three of us, we have great chemistry, and you're on a screen.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? It's not stopping us.
We do a great job.
That's actually true, but you don't have to hold a phone.
Mm-hmm.
We are like really hunkered down. I mean, I should just move to Greenville, honestly, at this point.
Yeah. I mean, what would be wrong in the movie if they had you have your phone just on a stand somewhere instead of holding it? Like a normal human being that's trying to put a crib together while talking. Can you imagine trying to put a crib together or whatever that jump thing is with one hand and being on the phone with the other? Like, just set it down.
Yeah, I will say everything else that I shot went pretty seamless, except for trying to put together that little jumpy jump. That was tricky.
Oh, something.
And now you know what us parents have gone through. It's hard out there.
It's hard out there, and that's the hardest part is putting together the jumpy jump.
That is the hardest part of parenting is putting together the jumpy jump. That's exactly right.
Pack and plays.
That's exactly.
Luckily, you
Pack
guys
and
are
plays
past that.
drove me nuts, brother.
Really?
I'm so happy I'm past.
Well, they're
You would
easy.
love a pack and play.
They're very easy to put together.
Yes, but then somehow when you take them apart, somehow you forget.
They have to be
time.
folded in the correct order, or it will not click together. That's a safety feature.
Yeah, and
it's a safety feature when the kid's in it, so it doesn't fall apart. And so when you put it back together, you're always in a hurry. It's always like the kid, we got to go. There's something about it, and then it's like you try to pick it all up as quick as you put it down, and it doesn't ever work.
Doesn't ever work.
It's just every time.
But it's fine.
Pack and play.
It's fine.
Pack and play.
Shall we talk Chicken Sister season 2 episode 3,
Let's
which is
do it.
called
Get That Dad in Town.
Get That Dad in Town. That's not bad. Jax, what do you think?
May I am your father.
Oh, that would have been good.
Daddy's Home 3, the long-awaited threequel to the trilogy.
Brother, don't say it if you can't do it.
He's the only person I know that you don't know what we're talking about. The movies.
No, but I was intrigued.
No, it's not dirty. The movies Daddy's Home with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg that are terrible. There's two of them. Bran loves them.
Daddy's Home 2, Christmas movie. Watch it every year.
So bad.
Love that movie. Yes, I do.
I love that you love it so much that it's an annual watch.
It's an annual watch. It doesn't take much, honestly, to get to the annual Christmas status for Bran. Let's get to, it's called Daddy's Home, y'all.
Daddy's Home, y'all. I was very close.
Very, very close. And originally premiered on, what day is that? That's Sunday, the 24th of August, and it went a little something like this. We get a flashback showing Gus falling for Clayton, who we found out at the end of last week's episode, that's May's daddy.
May's daddy.
She fell for him despite him being a Franny's boy. Isn't that the way it is?
He
always
was a Franny's boy.
And we haven't been able to do that because they've been together, so it's nice to hear that again.
That's right.
And it shows him leaving her while she's pregnant with child and never see him again. Fast forward back to the present, and Clayton is there looking dang good. It's Sunday, and everybody is at Sunday church, including Frank Jr., as Pastor talks about forgiveness. After church, down in the fellowship hall, May and Shauna are trying to convince Amanda to go out on a date with Officer Eddie. They think it's time for her to get out there. She reluctantly agrees when he comes up and shoots his shot. Not that shot. He actually didn't shoot the gun.
Thank God.
This time. Frank Jr. walks up and tells her mom, Amanda, and May off. It's like, hey, you guys suck. I'm not going to forgive you, basically, and storms out. Can't do that in the fellowship hall. Come on. Around all them casseroles and whatnot.
Covered
dish. Lindsay complains to her mom about how annoying Frankie's boyfriend Dud is. Sabrina tries to give a whole monologue about how everything that happens in your life happens to form you and make you a more complete person. I think that's the point of what she was talking about, but I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. The mayor stops Nancy from leaving the church and tells her that if she wants the town to fix the broken train arm, get 300 signatures and he will see what he can do, which is when I found out that this town has more than 300 people in it.
Yeah. It's a mystery.
I didn't know. Clayton shows up to try to talk to his daughter May, but it's awkward at first. He tells her that he is her daddy, and they sit down. They talk about all sorts of stuff. Nancy catches Gus hoarding stuff in the closet again.
Gus! I thought we fixed this. Gus!
Not again with the hoarding. She says that she's freaking out because May's daddy's in town. As Nancy starts to try to clean up the closet, she tells Gus that she might be going on a trip for a couple of months with Pastor. Gus does not take this well. She really likes being close to Nancy after hating her entire life. Frankie and Lindsay are hanging out, and Frankie says, I have something to tell you that I haven't told anybody, not even Dudley. She shows her this social media account that she started to show off her mom's artwork that's really popping off. Lindsay's like, well, why didn't you tell Dudley that? And she's like, I don't know. Things are weird between me and Dudley because we haven't kissed yet. And instead of using this moment to kiss her so that she gets practice, which is where I thought the scene was going, I'll be honest with you, she's like, let's go get you kissed by that boy Dudley. Amanda's date has to leave early. Duty calls, hopefully not the gun kind. Sergio walks in to pick up food, and she invites him to sit down. Afterwards, they exchange a long hug, and they clearly think about kissing, but they end up going their own way. Lindsay ding-dong ditches Dudley's house and runs away. That's the ditching part. While Frankie stands there, Dudley and Frankie, they have their first kiss. Yay for them. May shows up to thank her mom for calling Clayton and inviting him into town. And the episode ends with Clayton knocking on Gus's door and apologizing for not being there all these years. And that, my friends, was the Chicken Sisters, Season 2, Episode 3, Daddy's Home, y'all.
We did it.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We will break this episode down with, I'm going to suggest this.
All
You
right.
can push back if you want to.
6 segments.
4 segments today.
4 segments.
That's what I'm
Okay.
thinking. We'll do that on the other side of the break here on
Deck the Hallmark.
Well, hey y'all, how you doing?
How you doing?
Welcome back to Deck the Hallmark. We're talking Chicken Sisters right now, season 2, episode 3, Daddy's Home, y'all. Let's get to the hot takes. This is where we share exactly how we felt about this episode. These takes, they are hotter than the fried chicken, right out of the fryer. Jax, what'd you think about season 2, episode 3, Daddy's Home, y'all?
Okay, you guys, this was not on my bingo card for this season. I am completely charmed by Frank Jr. now.
Oh
like
my God.
I was just no. Look, I don't think he's like a good person, and I don't think he should. Like, I think he sucks. I think he absolutely sucks. But I'm liking what they're doing with the character because now they're making him funny. He's like a funny villain, and I'm enjoying it. Whereas honestly, before it was really tough for me. Like, I was actually physically angry, and like I was feeling it in my body where he would come on and I would just be, honestly, I would be in a rage. And now I'm totally charmed by him. So that was not like he's being such a pouty baby, and then he's like dancing and eating the chicken, and he's gonna do it anyway. He's gonna like have his good chicken anyway, and he's gonna be like so over the top petulant about everything. I don't know. I was like, okay, I'm here for this. Of course, I'm having fun with Shauna, May and her daddy. We'll break that down more, but I thought that was a very, very moving scene where May and Gus, where May is like thanking Gus for actually making this possible, that she can meet her dad. So, I mean, this of the season, so we'll get into my Frankie and Lindsay, breaking that down. But this is my favorite episode of the season so far.
It's good, y'all. Listen, there was a fear going into this season that this show would have nothing because we did the thing. They're now together, family, happy, fun time. Luckily, even though obviously the stakes this season are lower, there's not as much of the drama that we got in season 1. Luckily, they did, I think, such a good job of building these characters in season 1 that even though what we're getting here on a week-to-week basis is just like, there's just a little bit of character development for these people that we care about. It's still really enjoyable to watch. And so even though we're not getting the drama of the Frannies and the whatnots and the kitchen clash and all that stuff, what we get is just good character development. These storylines that I'm invested in, these people that I'm invested in, are moving along little by little, showing growth and showing like just simple things that are it's just working for me. And so even though it's not as exciting of a show, it is still a show that I'm enjoying while I'm watching it because I care about these characters, and I think that they're, I think I compared, like I think about the show in a similar way that I think about Gilmore Girls, in a sense where I love Gilmore Girls so much, and it's just because I love the characters and the journey that they go on any given season, on any given episode. And so it is similar to that. These family dynamics that can just like you never quite know what's going to happen with them. But they're also going in their own way. They're having their own storylines, but it's also ultimately still about the family. And so, yeah, it's working for me. And so most exciting episode of the series? No, but it's still a really enjoyable episode of television with good character development. Dano?
Yeah, I would say to a lesser extent, I'm on board with everything that these two have said. I think it's the best episode of the season. I also think that I just personally had to shift gears and expectations here. And I think that I've successfully done that, and the show has successfully done that.
How about that?
For the viewers?
That's gross.
Which is good, but it also means that the show's ceiling is just a little bit lower, and that's fine. I think in the first season, what was great about it was you had all of these characters. Every character in the show is flawed, and I think anytime you start there, you're starting at a much more authentic place than most Hallmark is. And then they built these characters around this kind of crazy reality show and these rival chicken restaurants, which was so fun and funny and also soapy. And this season, after the first episode, they've pretty much ditched any soap part of this and made it just a character-driven drama that has and I hate this saying this out loud, but has as much in common with When Calls the Heart as it does The Way Home from a standpoint of what's going to happen next. And I'm not saying it's like When Calls the Heart. I'm saying that from a standpoint of how the show works on characters, it kind of sits somewhere in between The Way Home, which is a lot about mythology and where's it going, world building, and When Calls the Heart, which sits in a town and really doesn't. It's in between those two.
Yeah,
is what
I don't
saying.
disagree with that.
Yeah, it's in between those two. And so for me, instead of like a more high flying, what's going to happen this weekend, the rivalry. And even like these plot lines that we thought were going to be major plot lines of the season, May's father, Sergio and Skylar, I don't remember her name.
Amanda.
Sergio and Amanda. Those are kind of already kind of done. So I shifted gears. I think this was a pleasant time. I think there's some really quality performances in here. I don't have a lot of big feelings like what's going to happen this season. But if I'm going to spend my time for 43 minutes with a group of characters, give me this group over the group in Hope Valley any day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Okay.
So absolutely the best episode of the season. It sounds like from the gasp, Jax, that you had some issue there with what I had to say.
No, I just when you started saying it was a little closer to When Calls the Heart.
Yeah,
I
you
get
never
it.
want
I
to
get it.
hear Dan compare something
No,
to When Calls the
fair.
Heart. That's usually not a good sign.
That's not my feelings on When Calls the Heart. Just how I know you
course, but just the tenor and tempo of the show is what I was saying. Yeah.
But then as I actually listened and I instead of reacting, like I was able to listen and respond, and what you're saying makes sense.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Sometimes reacting leads to enacting.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh my God, Brand, you sound just like my therapist.
You need to get a different therapist.
I don't think your therapist making a ton of sense.
That one's tracking. Are they? Did their license on the wall somewhere? They got that thing up where you can read it.
Trust me, I'm good for
I'd
it.
look up that number.
I'm good for it. Let's get to all the feels before we talk about what in this episode gave us feels of any kind. I'll start with you, Jax.
Yeah, this one gave me lots of kind of fun feels. Let's start off with oh my gosh, I thought it was so funny. Oh my gosh, why can I not think of her name now?
It's okay. Describe them, and I will do my best. Let's play a game.
Back to the Future.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
What's her name? Nancy. Nancy.
Okay, so Nancy is talking to the mayor, and I watched this like 5 times in a row, and I wanted to be like just a little clip that you do. It was so funny. I mean, it was just to me, that little bit was a freaking masterclass in acting. Like I just kept watching it over and over because it was so funny and charming, but you actually, instead of, someone could just do that with the inflection in their voice and it would kind of be funny, but you really saw her shift gears.
Yeah.
And I just was like, okay, that's
I think
brilliant.
Leah Thompson's really figured out this character. Like in early episodes, she was, in my opinion, of all of these actors, she was kind of the odd one out that it's like, I don't know what is going on here, and I know how talented she is, but I think she's really figured it out.
Yeah.
Exactly what this character is, and I think
Completely.
she's so much better this season.
She is so in the pocket. Like I was like, she is in the pocket.
Good.
Wait, what is that from? That looked like it was from.
He was just drumming. Dan was just drumming. He's in the pocket.
In the pocket over here.
It just reminded me of it reminded me of Bridesmaids.
Oh yeah.
That's
right. Starting an airband.
We should. Lindsay talking about Dudley and saying he's mid and smells like birthday cake.
Yeah.
Get out of here with
Really
that.
funny.
So funny.
I'll just say this though: if I wish that when I was a high school boy, I smelled like birthday
that
cake.
would have been a compliment.
No. Well, that's the thing. That's honestly why I thought it was even funnier, because she didn't say he's ugly and like smells like cheese. She said he's mid and he smells like birthday cake, which feels so true for Dudley.
That's right.
He definitely smells like birthday cake, baby powder. Like there's something sweet there, but kind of sticky and babyish, and you're not really sure what's going on. I thought it was really cute when Frankie said to her mom, "Makes you look like you still have a landline." When she was talking,
That was
about
really
wearing a
funny.
prairie dress.
That was a really funny line. Yeah.
And then I would say big feels, everything with Gus in this episode, getting to see Wendy Malick get to show her like heart and vulnerability, and finally everything going on with Lindsay and Frankie. I thought it was Bran.
Did you pick up on that?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to practice the kiss, and I was like, no, don't do this. This is too easy and kind of gross. Not that two girls kissing is gross. Everyone knows I don't think that's gross. In fact, I think that's awesome. But I felt like that would be weird. I think it's awesome, but that would be weird.
What a stance by Jax.
Well, what this reminded me of is in real life, when you really have a crush on someone, I used to do those things where I would like encourage them to be with someone else, but as long as I could have the intimacy of helping to facilitate that connection. So I totally clocked Lindsay on this, and I was like, yes, I understand why she's doing everything she's doing. So I don't know. I was just really charmed by all of this. Also, I was thrilled to know that Frankie and Dudley hadn't kissed yet, because that means they haven't done anything more yet.
They didn't say that.
They didn't say.
Let's not make assumptions. We don't know what they're comfortable with.
Maybe Dudley smells like birthday cake, but also has a weird fetish.
We get straight to business.
Everything but.
Listen,
everything but
my one rule is nothing above the neck.
That's right.
That's my one rule.
Oh my God.
That's Dudley.
That's classic
That's
Dudley.
Dudley for a classic Dudley.
He's midsection.
Yeah.
He's in his midsection.
He's been with so many girls, but hasn't kissed any of them.
That's right. That's his thing.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
I am like irrationally.
Irrationally? What about irrationally?
No, irrationally.
Okay.
Like invested in that storyline, like the Dudley, Frankie, Lindsay. Like it's really they're like, and I think they're giving us just enough every episode to like continue to keep us interested in that storyline, and they're doing a great job with that. And then the scene at the end where Jag from Jag shows up and apologizes, and Gus is there, and just what a performance by her, like not even having to say anything until that, like, and it's just you can see all of the feelings that she's feeling in that moment of like this apology. I've wanted to hear it for so long, and on one hand, it feels good to hear you say that you're sorry. On another hand, I wish you would have said it earlier. Like you see all of that in her response, her facial features, all of it. Her eyes, she's just crushing it with that performance, and it was a really great scene.
That's my exact one, which is the way I worded it is Wendy Malick with 0 words gives the performance of the season. And I wanted to ask Jax about it because, like, you know, I think it's an actor's dream to get to do something like this, but also I would imagine it's very difficult. Like I heard a story of not Wendy Malick, but Terrence Malick, very famous director, directing like Jessica Chastain.
Relation?
I don't think so. Jessica Chastain in a movie called The Tree of Life, and she gives this beautiful like soliloquy in this movie, and he basically is like, "That was wonderful. Now do it without the words." I know, right?
Wow.
And so when Wendy Malick, you know, in a show where everyone has a lot of Southern sass and Gus is at the forefront of that line and always has things to say and always interrupts people, Wendy Malick gets to give this performance that is wordless and is easily the best acting I've seen, I think, in the series. And that is not that's not a slight at the series. That's how good she is in this scene. And I gotta be honest, some of the stuff with David James Elliott, Jag from Jag, as we call him,
from Jag.
with May, I kind of take a little bit of umbrage and issue with. I thought it was perfect. I thought it was a perfect scene, and her reaction and the way she acts it is unbelievable. And what a way to end the episode with her literally not saying anything as she processes through it and reacts emotionally and tries to hold those emotions at bay. It's a restrained performance. It's just as good as acting gets. Jax, you had to love that, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're saying it's as good as acting.
Hey, tell us without words.
I want to hear your words. Don't do that. I want to hear.
That's the face.
Yeah.
Just like that. I mean,
Just
there's
like that.
nothing like it. This is what I tell the kids I coach too, because a lot of times there'll be something in a scene where it's like she cries, and I'm like, you know what's even better than crying? Being right there and using everything you have to hold it in.
Yep.
Because and that's what Wendy Malick doing this, and you see that she has earned this. This is like she has earned this, like having a whole season behind her, and even the first 2 episodes of this season to get to do this, and we finally get to see some of her softness. I mean, brilliant.
She's
Work.
so good. There's a movie that I always try to get everyone to watch and nobody watches, but whenever they watch it, they love it. It's a movie called Warrior, and it's what I think is the best sports movie of all time. And Nick Nolte, this movie has Tom Hardy, Joe Edgerton, and Nick Nolte in it. No one's heard of it. No one saw it. Like this. It came out 15 years ago. Bran, we're gonna watch it. You have to watch this movie.
What sport?
MMA, a sport that I cannot watch because I think the violence is crazy. I don't even like MMA. This movie's amazing. Nick Nolte plays a very troubled, tragic character in this story, and I don't want to give anything away. And towards the end, you are very much expecting a big speech from him, and instead he gives a wordless performance. And it is one of my favorite things that I've seen.
He breaks out with miming. Actually,
he does full miming.
Really,
Nick
it is
Nolte.
a beautiful performance.
So this movie,
he says, "Hit my track."
This movie came out in August or September. No one saw it in the theaters. Nick Nolte got nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for this movie, and no one knows about this movie, and I just keep banging the drum for it. And you should totally watch Warrior when you have 2.5 hours on your hand. It is riveting and amazing, and you should watch it. And just another chance for me to say that about Warrior.
And if you ever have the opportunity to sit with Dan as he shows you pictures of him when he was going through his mime phase,
dude,
they are wonderful pictures, and one many souls to Christ.
That's right. No, of course, that's the only reason to mime.
That's exactly right, brother. We are going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to get to the way what and the what the cluck. What do we call it?
No, I think we call it chicken or fried.
Chicken or fried
is what we call it. What the cluck? That's just
too close.
Filthy.
And I apologize. We'll be back here on Dyke Hallmark. What the duck for
What
Mighty
the duck
Mondays,
Mighty Monday
fine.
above board because it's Mighty Ducks. What the cluck? It's just
That felt too.
Yeah.
Did you know about his miming career? Dan's miming career?
Yeah, when you said that he had done miming,
That's right.
I thought that you were going to say his MMA career, and I can do that as well.
No,
Dan
Do
can't.
that as well.
Something
Dan,
about
a lot of people look at Dan and he's like he's a big guy. He probably likes punching people.
Believe it or not,
no, he doesn't like punching people.
You know what's crazy is since having kids, I used to love to watch boxing. Since having children, watching MMA and I can't do it.
Yeah, and that was
I can't
in
do
Dan's
it.
defense. He exclusively watched kids boxing.
That's right. Yeah,
and
yeah.
so
when my
that's
kids
why
were
he's
4,
turned it on.
I built a little octagon, and I was like,
and you started to feel bad.
"There's
about it.
one donut left."
Let's get it on.
Y'all are twins. This works. You know
That's
what
right.
I mean?
Yeah.
No one's in a different weight class. That's
Can we split the donut? You bet.
But we're not going to. They need to learn.
Nah.
It's time
Somebody's gonna learn. Survival of the fittest.
It's time for the way what. It's where we, do all the things that we're going to do in such a way to where people say, wait, what? And I'm going to kick it over to you, Jax. Jax, what made you, in this episode, go, wait, what?
I have one little one and one that I feel like is more significant. My little one is, I don't know why, but I like when Jack from Jag said, "I'm your daddy."
Oh, yeah. Didn't love that.
Look, he was a young dad to her. And also the banter they're having in the beginning, we know that that's her dad. And look, it's not weird, but the nervousness could be misconstrued. All of it. And then I'm your daddy I was just like, honestly, it's probably a me thing. It's me. It's probably me, but it just made me go, oh. And then the two actually that I feel like are more significant is, look, his explanation for why he left, I do get it. He was a kid. His parents made him go.
Let's hear it though.
But it's true cruelty.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have any support system, and I could almost see a world where his parents were like, we are going to ship you away, and you're not going to be tied to her, but we're going to financially support her. But like what you did was absolutely cruel. And even though we get to see that he came back and he saw her 2 years later, the fact that you left this young woman without any sort of family or support system is beyond to me. And yeah, it was just awful.
No, I
bought it 100% though. Do you remember last episode where they mentioned like in passing that he was like the star quarterback?
Yeah.
Like 100%. This Southern guy,
100
his parents were like, we're getting you out of here. We don't want to ruin your career.
Oh, totally.
I don't think anyone is saying they didn't buy it.
Yeah.
I think that it's like the fact that the reason we buy it is because we know it happens. You know what I mean? Like we bought it because that was a really good story to tell on the show. I do want to caution anyone shipping Gus and this guy. Sure. I think I would have a problem there because like one of the first thing you learn in economics is opportunity cost is always based upon your insatiability or what you want. So like whatever you choose to,
I told you that, but
you did. Whatever your opportunity cost is the thing you lose by choosing the thing you want. Everyone that exists on this planet without a lot of therapy and help and empathy training will choose what is most important for them. And so we can him and haw all day, and we can say that he gave a great apology, which he did. And, forgiveness is wonderful and reconciliation is wonderful. And this stuff does happen, and I did buy it. But let's not confuse that for it. He doesn't need to ask for forgiveness. Like, let's not confuse that with the fact that after he was in high school, there was a solid 30 years where he just chose not to. And he may have chose not to because he thought they were better off. He chose not to because it was easiest for him, for his pride, for his hubris, for his self, for his ego, for his life to not have it complicated. And that's what he chose every day. And his opportunity cost was his daughter and his daughter's mother. And that is true. So we can forgive and we can understand and we can move on and we can reconcile. And I bought the story, but let's not confuse that with Gus and Jag should get back together again. That's where I would have a big issue.
And that's why I was so proud of you for giving up child boxing, because it would have been
tough.
easier.
It was a big part of my life.
It would have been easier to keep watching and just push those feelings aside. But you did the hard work and you said no more child boxing in my house.
That's right.
If he was really just thinking about himself, that would have continued for years.
100%.
That's right. Yeah.
For years.
Took a lot of work, man. Didn't happen overnight.
That's right.
For years. So that really, and yeah, I think it's exactly what you guys were saying. I buy it 100%, but the fact that we're supposed to be now shipping them, I think.
Yeah, I hate that.
Well, I know that we're supposed to be. When I think it does feel like they're trying to gloss over what happened.
It's the same thing they did with hoarding and with MS. Like, hoarding is a thing that stays with you forever, and they'll just bring it up when they need a little drama story move along. MS, same thing. This is another thing that I think I think with a little bit more time, you could make an argument that this show has a theme of like your demons never leave you. You learn to grow and change. I just don't think they're really hitting that nail on the head right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the thing is that this scene is beautiful. And I think that like having that, her reaction and the apology, but I think that the very last thing with Margot Martindale, who, is above reproach, but about it being like, oh, like we're supposed to get excited about this.
No,
I think I do think that eventually I could ship them, but I need more than just like, oh, it's okay now.
What do you think is going to happen? Do you think he's going to stick around and be a good dude and all that stuff? Or do you think something's going to come up and he's going to end up leaving town again?
I don't think for a second that David James Elliott is joining the cast of Chicken Sisters as a regular or recurring. I will.
Well, he's Jack from Jack.
I'm not saying that he's better. We've some like Leah Thompson, Wendy Malick. I'm just saying from a budget standpoint, I don't think they're adding a regular or a recurring. I don't think they are.
I think it's got they did such an amazing scene with this apology scene to make the sting of him leaving town again sting a little bit more. I think.
And the fact that I love the way he's like, as long as you'll have me, you have nothing else to do. Like, I'm not saying let's not Like
Yeah.
when May says, "How long are you in town?" I understand that, like, maybe now it opens up the relationship was great, but to stay in town. And then my other one, and I would love to know your guys' take on this. I am loving the work, of course, that Leah Thompson's doing, and I really like the fact that she's understanding what it means to be your own woman and what she's given up. And I know why it bumps for her when the pastor says, like, well, you would be supporting me. But I think what we see that she's going to do is she's just going to be like, no, I'm not going. I have to stay here, which makes sense because we do not want her to go off.
Of course.
That would kill the show. But I really think that like, it feels like a weird, very easy feminist take to be like, I'm not going. I think what the true thing to, like, in a more feminist move would be to, like, have a mature discussion about what that looks like and about what would it mean to have me support you, and would you support me in that same way in all these ways after we do this? Like, I just feel like it's going to be one of those things that it's like lauded as a feminist triumph when really a part of it is her not being able to open up her heart. Maybe I'm saying all this just because I think Matthew James Dowden is hot.
It could be. I think that I think the most authentic character for me so far has been the Leah Thompson arc of, like, leaving these, like, she, her husband gone, her son, who she was basically, like, doing everything for, and then getting her own space, and then immediately somehow finding another man and realizing she's got to extricate herself from that. I think I like that arc. Now, your specific how they're going about it, I see your point though.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what they do with it. But they're not going to take her away. They're just not going to go anywhere.
No, that would be awful.
Do that.
If this was like episode 8 or 9 of the season, I'd buy it as like a thing she's doing.
Yeah, she's going over
hiatus.
summer.
Yes, exactly.
She's going over summer.
Yeah, for the summer.
Classic.
Yeah, but this is episode 3. It's not summer yet.
Too early for that talk.
I only have one, which is I could have gone my whole life without hearing Gus say the phrase glamour puss.
Yeah.
But now I haven't. I've heard it, and
bad.
I want the rest of my life back. I didn't like it. I don't like the phrase glamour puss, and I'm never going to say it again past this point, glamour puss.
Great. You said it 4 times there.
3,
whatever.
3 too many.
Great. Thank you. I get that this show understands that their cast has been in very famous things. Having Jag salute when he talks for the first time was a bridge.
Oh my gosh.
8 bridges too far. I don't know why you would do that. But they did it.
Well,
they did it.
He's Jackson.
Just so you know, I'm David James Elliott. Also, David James Elliott and Wendy Malick are at least a decade apart in age. And you know what? 2 consenting adults. I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. I am saying they were supposed to be the same age in high school. And I don't know how that really works itself out, aside from it doesn't. Margot Martindale, once again, love her. She opens the background of Gus's character of her showing her mom leaving and all of this stuff and her meeting this guy. And she does it with heavy-handed baseball metaphors. Like, the entire narration is one baseball metaphor after another. Pitch down the middle, safe at home. Like, so many. And by the end of it, I just said out loud, why? Why did they use baseball metaphors here?
They went a really long time.
Like,
it was a long time with the baseball metaphors.
There were like probably close to 10 of them. This show isn't about baseball. It isn't. Have we mentioned baseball yet on this program?
American, and baseball is the great American pastime.
I love what you did there. I love what you did there, Jax.
You're gonna get mad at Jax for saying that?
No, I agree with everything she said there. Yeah. It still was weird. It was weird, and I don't know what happened.
Wait, her mom did die, right? She didn't just leave.
I believe her mom did die. Yes, they show her disappearing, and I said leaving.
Yeah. No.
I was just her mortal coil. I don't know. We'll get there.
Shuffled off.
Yeah.
No. I was just curious if you were saying it in a way to make it tender.
Yeah,
She's
yeah, yeah.
left.
No. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Also, May is meeting her biological father for the first time in her entire life, and everyone else in this poor fried chicken restaurant is not getting service because of it. And I don't have anybody to blame here, but I empathize with May, who is, of course, going to sit down. But the restaurant's jam full, y'all, and she's the only server.
Right.
If somebody needs a refill on that sweet tea, if somebody got the wrong side, if that fried chicken isn't coming out or it's sitting in the expo window,
If someone
That's
needs
tough.
their third Diet Coke
third,
refill,
fifth, whatever.
It
It's
doesn't
not-
matter.
What
It
I'm
doesn't-
saying
who-
is
it
they
could be
don't
any
know.
number.
If it's me sitting there, I'm getting angry, and I don't know that she has more
doesn't
important
know.
things to do.
he doesn't know.
Everyone is losing here.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Leah Thompson finds an old album in the closet that Gus has briefly hoarded in, and she starts looking through, and she sees when she won Miss Merrimack County. Of course, Leah Thompson won Miss Merrimack County. What's weird to me is that the headline of the local newspaper says, "Local teen crowned Miss Merrimack County." I hope so. I hope it wasn't. I hope it wasn't an out of towner that won Miss Merrimack County. I would hope that Miss
We
Merrimack.
went with Jenny.
I hope that Miss Merrimack
From
County
Bangor, Maine.
is limited to just the ladies in Merrimack
You
County.
would think so.
That's hilarious.
It's funny if she won.
Finally, a local one.
If she won Miss Georgia and it's
Yeah.
this local Merrimack teen wins Miss Georgia, this is a local teen that won the local award. I like that is not how you write that headline.
Yeah.
So that was weird. And then that's all I got.
It's time for Chicken or Fridays, where we talk about things that we're either chicken or we're frying. I'm going to go to Jax. Jax, what are you chicken? What are you frying?
Wait, sorry. Dan, you look like you were going to say another one and you decided not to. And I.
He's
so
maybe
intrigued.
he's holding it for chicken or fried.
You're holding it? For
I'm
chicken
holding it for chicken or fried. That's exactly what I'm
good.
doing.
Okay, I'm just glad that I get
Yeah.
to hear it.
Mhm.
Look, y'all, I am fried. I'm fried
Fried.
in this one in the best way.
Oh, we switched it. Okay.
But wait, shoot. No, we didn't switch it. I messed it up. I thought chicken is like
Fried was you're upset.
It
Chicken,
doesn't.
you're good. It doesn't.
Guy,
I don't
it
know if you
doesn't.
know
my
this.
chicken are fried.
We've not really. You can make it whatever you want.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like I'm going against what we've established.
We didn't
I'm
establish
chicken,
anything.
y'all. I'm chicken. I cannot wait to see what happens with Dudley, who smells like birthday cake, and with Daddy Jag. I'm in it to win it, and I want more Shauna. I didn't have enough Shauna.
Shauna had one scene. It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was tough.
but it was a great opening, and I was
Right.
like, oh my, I'm gonna hang out with my girl all episode, and then that was it.
Yeah. I'm going chicken this week. There was a very quick mention of this, and I'm very on board with it. Chicken, if you will. Frank Jr. is talking to his singular employee, and his employee is like, basically like, are we done here? I got to go back to listening to the podcast about kids who can levitate. I know Dan loves kids who can box. I would love to hear about kids who can levitate. Very interested in this podcast. If somebody could send it to me, that'd be wonderful. I'm all in. Dano, chicken or fried?
Yeah. So I am going to say that I will be fried if, for some reason, Jag from Jag walks May down the aisle. That is like a fascinating. I know that they had a connection, but this guy he had no one telling him he couldn't. He chose to not be a part of this girl's life for 35 years.
Yeah.
So
Gus is going to walk her down the aisle.
Thank you.
Gus
has to walk her down the aisle. Not both of them, just Gus. And that is the only answer I will take. And I'm already concerned because she put the sticker down of him in the wedding party. So I'm a little concerned about that.
Next Gus.
So there's that.
We did it, everybody. Congratulations to us. It's time for Chicken of the Week, where we dive deep into the life of a chicken who has been submitted to us. hello@takethehallmark.com. Chicken of the Week. If you would like to nominate.
Into the life of a chicken.
Yeah. If you would like to nominate your chicken. Dan, who do we have today?
This week we have Kellen, and it just says folks who know me call me Kel.
Don't do it.
Don't do what?
It. I sent that months ago.
But
Please don't do it.
Are you the chicken, Kel?
No. I'm the owner.
You're the owner. You're the farmer, and it's folks who know me call me Kel.
Folks who knew him.
Oh.
I sent this months ago.
Oh.
There has been a horrible, horrible death in the family.
Kel's dead?
Kel's dead. And I tried to get here early.
The chicken. What is your name?
Josephine.
What's that?
Josephine.
Josephine.
Your name is
My
Josephine?
parents wanted a girl.
It doesn't. I'm not asking any questions.
Well, I heard it in your voice.
You said it laughing.
Because I knew you were going to say something.
Your name is Josephine.
Yes.
You sent an email months ago. Kellen, folks who know me, you were speaking on behalf of the chicken, call me Kel. Kellen has since died.
Yes.
Do you want to briefly
exploded in front of me?
Regale us with Kellen as a chicken? And
Give me one other word so I know what to do.
Tell us, give me Kellen's give me Kel's legacy, Josephine.
Yeah. Kel. Oh, I'm never going to be the same. Kel was a wonderful chicken. And what I knew about Kel, favorite color, blue because of the sky.
Chickens can see color. Interesting.
Yes, Kel could. This is what Kel sounded like right before she exploded. I love you.
Kel could talk
Yes.
and speak English. And then she exploded.
That's what did it.
Look, I mean, justice for all the chickens out there, but how did she explode?
I have a hobby.
Oh no.
Land.
no.
You know about landmines?
You have a Josephine, you have a landmine hobby.
I was starting to. Not anymore. I didn't know there'd be consequences.
Folks.
Were you able to still eat Cal?
I'm going to act like you didn't ask that question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gosh darn it, Jax. Josephine out.
Okay, Josephine's out. What a chicken of the week. A somber.
Yes.
chicken of the
Let's
week.
take a
Solemn
moment.
chicken of the
Let's
week
take a
this
moment
week
of
for
silence
Kellen.
for Kelko. All right, we're gonna be back next week with another chicken sister episode and another chicken of the week. Until then, maybe the first to wish you Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast is produced by Aaron Shea. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on the Deck the Hallmark family, you can go to bramblejamplus.com. Deck the Hallmark is presented by Philo TV. For a free trial of Philo, go to philo.tv/DTH.